Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to PHLY Flyers Pregame, presented by Bet365. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the evening. Joining me live in the Xfinity studio, it is Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle. What's going on today, Hinks?
What up, Bill? Someone just did a super chat and stole my thunder, but I figure we would mention this. Big shout out to Jason Myrtetus for kicking Cancer's ass like we knew he would.
Yeah, absolutely. He put it on Twitter this afternoon. I mentioned it on Philadelphia because I knew there'd be no Flyer show until now. But yeah, that's the best news in Philly today.
Yes.
Absolutely hearing that Jason Myrtetus had some scans, MRIs, whatever it is they do, and he is cancer-free as far as they can tell. So that's absolutely wonderful. We love Jason. Think the world of Jason. Flyers Daily and us obviously done a lot of crossovers and stuff in the past. So big shout out to Jason Myrtetus. All right. It's pregame. The Flyers are undefeated at the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
This team will never lose again.
They'll probably never lose again at home. I bet the curse is lifted, and quite honestly, we needed it after the week we had leading up to the win, the home opening win. I actually did it again on Philadelphia. On this date in 1983, the Eagles lost to the Cowboys. I think it was 37-7. The Phillies lost the World Series to the Orioles. And the Flyers lost their home opener. And it was like last Thursday was the first time something like that had happened since 83.
1983, wow.
So we've had days like this before, but we survive, and hopefully the Flyers can keep the fun and games going. We have some lineup things to talk about, some stuff Charlie and I talked about on yesterday's program that I wanted to get your opinions on, Kelly. I am sure they are thought out and reasonable. That was a lot of the comments from yesterday's show were like just the dynamic of Charlie and I. Like, I am unreasonable and he's measured, and and I was like, yeah, that's called the show.
That's why the show's good.
It's called the show.
Thank
but
you for noticing.
I do like it when it's me and you, and we can just both be mad about. Because there's nothing we.
No one's here to regulate us.
There's nothing we love more than complaining about the stuff that probably doesn't ultimately matter. But it's the day-to-day, and that's why these shows are, in fact, for the sickos. Cam York has been activated. The Flyers made it official today. York is off injured reserve. And to make room for him on the roster, Emil Andrae sent to the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Now, there's a lot that goes into it. Andrae, the only waiver exempt of the defensemen. Rick Tocchet used the, roles, penalty killing. We're going to use Juleson for that. Maybe if they're going to ease York back in, he's not part of the rotation in the PK right away. But just overall thoughts here, Kelly. The floor is yours.
I mean, we kind of saw this coming, right? We've been saying all along, when Cam York comes back, it's going to be Andrae coming out because can't have too many small guys. I mean, it's just frustrating because we can all see with our eyeballs that he's very easily, even with York in the lineup, one of the 5 most effective defensemen on this team, without question.
I would say he's because this was the Charlie, the way sometimes he's a little Tortorella-ish.
He could be like that sometimes.
He just picks apart one thing.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a rhetorical strategy you use where you say, oh, without these guys in the lineup, he's one of the 3 or 4 best defensemen. It's like, yes, that is my opinion.
Yes.
And I am stating it as fact because I believe I am correct.
Yeah.
But
there's no evidence that you're not.
I don't think it's crazy to say he is one of, just talent-wise, the 6 most effective defensemen on this roster.
6 easily.
Perhaps even if Ristolainen is healthy. Like, I don't think it's crazy to say.
He's a more effective defenseman overall than Juleson, without question. Juleson does some things that Rick Tocchet loves that Andrae's not going to do because he's not big boy smash, but he's a better player. He's a better hockey player than Juleson.
But
so
there are
whatever. It is what it is.
There are extenuating circumstances, and now this is what we have. It is good to see Cam York back. I am excited to see what he has. It's not like he missed a ton of time. He basically played all of camp, the entire preseason, And it wasn't till like the Sunday before rosters are due, we really found out much was actually the matter with York.
Yeah.
And then he has to miss the first 3 games. So they get one of their 2 top defensemen back. That's good to see.
And what's interesting is we talked about on the last time I was here about how, like, oh, they're probably not going to throw York right in 23 minutes a night. That's crazy. Well, apparently they're putting him in Sanheim. So, in fact, they are.
I do want, like,
throw him in
at 5-on-5, and we'll see if he gets on the power play. I think they're going to keep
Probably
Sanheim
not,
there
yeah.
while it's, York's first game.
So, yeah, probably won't be as many minutes as Sanheim. But at 5-on-5, I think he's going to get.
Maybe they won't put him on the PK right away, and that'll be where Juleson can get some of those minutes that Tocchet talked about. Tocchet did say, like, the Andrae demotion had nothing to do with his play. He did like what he saw. It just comes down to, I think, roster construction and role, and this is what they're going to go with. And I suppose we have to live with it.
It is.
That's what we have on defense. It is cool that it appears, at least for now, we will see if we do see the forward lines before we wrap up pregame. Luchanko and Grebenkin remaining in the lineup. That's nice.
That is nice. I am becoming very fond of Nikita Grebenkin. He got that dog in him. He's very fun. He looks like an insane person off the ice. I don't know if you saw that picture of him walking in to the rink. He looks like a lunatic in the best possible way. So I'm glad to see that he might be sticking. Luchanko, like we've been saying, I really do hope that they don't limit him to this one 4th line slot and they use him at least a little bit somewhere else so that we can see. Because if we're not going to see, then there's no point.
I don't remember if it was the show, if it was Tuesday or Wednesday when we were talking about what we want to see Luchanko's opportunity be, but it was Charlie even made the point. If this is we're waiting and going to send him back probably, like, give him one chance. Give him one chance with some effective wingers. Not to say that Hathaway and Grebenkin aren't, but, like, guys a little higher in the lineup because that's ultimately what you want out of Luchanko. Right. Just give him the opportunity. But if this is kind of just, we're keeping him as long as we can and give him a little bit of a chance. If he really just blows us away, we'll keep him. But this is mostly like, we'd rather just have him here than going back to Guelph for the entire year. Yeah. This might be all we get. But I do like that we're getting an extended look at him. Same. This will be his 3rd game. He played 4 last year. He did play considerably more ice time last year.
That's because Torts liked him.
And disliked some other guys.
Yeah, right.
To be fair, like Sean Couturier looks much better than he did at the end of 2 seasons ago and maybe even the beginning of last season. Yeah. So there's fewer minutes to go around. I'll say in limited ice time, Luchanko's looked at least fine.
He's looked fine. I mean, he hasn't been terrible. He obviously hasn't blown anyone out of the water. Like I've said before, really wish he would stop being allergic to shooting the puck.
Just take a couple shots.
Just a few shots here or there, because especially if they're going to keep him with these 2 guys who, again, are not bad hockey players, but they're not really skill guys per se. And if Luchanko is for some reason committed to making plays and not shooting the puck, it would be nice if maybe he could make a play to a guy very likely to score a goal.
Yeah, and that's if he's going to be in this role. It's not as if Hathaway and Grebenkin can't make space for him to maybe try to get to the net or take a shot, get a rebound for Grebenkin, set up Grebenkin down low, something like that. But just a little bit more assertiveness offensively, I would like to see out of Grebby. That would be cool. Or out of Luchanko, and with his line mate Grebenkin as well. Yeah. The other thing we talked about yesterday, Kelly, Trevor Zegras. He is on power play 2 now, replaced by Sean Couturier. Now, while visually better, the power play is 1 for 10, 10%, not great. It's 3 games, so I don't think we need to get up in arms yet.
Not yet.
But this is a thing. Going back several seasons, the power play hasn't been good. Right. And to Couturier's credit, putting a guy who can win a faceoff coming off a 4-point night on your top power play unit isn't a crazy thing to do.
No.
It's just that they're not going to give us right now Zegras and Michkov at 5-on-5 together. Understandable decision. I get it. Don't love it, but I get it. They can make magic on the power play given the opportunity, and we're not going to get that at least right away.
No, but I don't really mind them mixing it up for a game, see what happens. Like you said, Coot's been pretty good. So there's no reason why we can't have Sean Couturier dishing pucks to Matvei Michkov on the power play. That could happen too. And also, like, there's no rule against power play 2 also being good. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that gets them going.
And there isn't really a power play 1 or 2 right now.
That's true. They both stink. So
they have 1 goal.
Right.
And it was Owen Tippett on a rebound. His first, it was 93 games in between power play goals for Owen Tippett.
Good Lord.
All right, we do have the lines. Brenna is telling me. So
From Charlie?
let's take a look at the lines, what they are going to be rolling with tonight. And while we're doing that, hit that like button. 68, Yammer Yager, great number. Let's get it to 100. 100 for pregame would be absolutely outstanding. We are keeping together the Couturier, Konechny, Michkov line. It was very effective last year.
Yeah.
We just want to see Zegras with Mish, but it's gonna. They're both going to have to.
I'm mad about right now.
What you're going to be mad about is not going to be Kate's Forster Brink. That has been their best line. It has been since about December of last year.
Yep.
You're not going to break that up. It is Dvorak centering Zegras and Tippett.
So game 4. Game 4. We're moving Zegras to win.
Rick Tocchet did make
give him a shot at center, don't we?
Rick Tocchet did make the comment yesterday that he's kind of playing a hybrid center wing thing right now.
Right.
It did appear earlier in the season. By earlier in the season, I mean like a week ago.
Right.
That when they had these two together, Charlie said like nominally Zegras center, Dvorak wing.
I guess it doesn't really
and now
matter.
they're doing it.
Whatever.
They're lining it up the other way to start. I liked the idea of those two together, paired to help out with face-offs, do a little of the dirty work. I thought that was one of the things. If we're going to see Z and Michkov together, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
But it does feel like there's a little push-pull between we need to ice the best possible team to win right now.
Do we, though?
And we're trying to develop Zegras as a center. Now, it's game 4. He's got time.
I know.
But it's me personally, I just wanted to see Zegras at center 82 times.
Yes.
And if at the end of these 82 games it does not work, we pivot.
And here's the thing. If he and Dvorak on a line are kind of rotating that role around, that's fine. But I do feel like you're telegraphing something by explicitly moving Zegras off to the wing and Dvorak at center. You're kind of saying, not doing a good enough job at center. We're going to be, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like there's something there, and I might be reading too much into it, but it's game 4, and I was really hoping we were going to work real hard for the whole season to make Trevor Zegras an effective center, and it's game 4, and we're already moving him off.
It'll be interesting to see how they work the rotation if Dvorak gets all the face-offs.
By the second period, he could be back to center. I don't
know,
know, but,
and Tocchet does seem to understand that it isn't just an ego thing. It isn't just I want to be a center thing.
Right.
That we want Zegras with the puck on his stick, distributing from the middle of the ice. We saw it on the Tippett power play goal. It worked. He's in the middle, draws a guy towards him. Suddenly there's 2 players. TK has space. He dishes to TK. That's how Tippett gets the rebound. And we, of course, saw it behind the net, but in the middle of the ice with the puck on his stick, getting the puck to Couturier for the game winner against the Panthers.
Pretty sick.
This is what makes Zegras potentially special. He acknowledges, like, me in the center of the ice distributing, that's where I'm at my best. So maybe they'll rotate these roles. It's not as if you're always, just because you're the winger, you're defending up high on the point. Like, if you're the first guy back and he's a good skater, like, you're going to be down low, and Dvorak's going to be the guy who's up high, and you'll rotate the duties. So we'll see how it works. But right away, it's like, can't you just give me Mish, or can't you just give me Z at center?
Let me have what I want. Perhaps Rick Tocchet will be the one to usher in positionless hockey. We're finally there, Bill.
I'm looking forward to seeing Emil Andrae get an opportunity at center, personally. Why not?
I'd play him at wing.
We need him at... He's a good hockey player. We don't like him on defense. Let's try him somewhere else.
Exactly.
But those are the lines for tonight. It looks like the D is going to be what we expect from... there it is. With York and Sanheim, Sealer, Drysdale, and Yinning Jul. Oh, Yinning Julson makes your third pair. That is what we were expecting. And Sam Ersson gets to start tonight. We continue the rotation, which I am all for.
All for it. Both of them have looked good so far. No reason not to keep the rotation going until one of them craps the bed.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
doesn't.
Until
Maybe that never
someone
happens.
puts together a string where it's like they're unbelievable or someone's just unplayable for a week.
Exactly.
Whatever happens, I like the rotation. I like the competition in the net. We're going to talk a little bit about Mish. We're going to talk a little bit about the Jets. But right now, we have to take a quick commercial break. All right, I got to tell you about our presenting sponsor, our friends at Bet365, because whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You know, I love that early payout offer. I love the fact that they're one of the pioneers of live in-game betting. Over 78 different sports that you can get some action on in-game. It's absolutely outstanding. That early payout, man, I absolutely freaking love it. You take a team on the money line or have them as part of your parlay, they go up by 3 goals, you're already a winner. No need to sweat out the rest of the game because it's never ordinary at Bet365. And right now we have breaking news from our friends at Bet365. You can get $200 in bonus bets. All you got to do, deposit $5, deposit $10, place a bet for 5, and you can get up to $200 in bonus bets once you place those bets. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older, physically located in PA. If you or somebody who has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. While we're here, got to tell you about our friends at TrueMark Financial Credit Union, because if your home needs a little TLC or you're dreaming up that next big vacation, maybe even see one of our Philly teams play away, listen up. TrueMark Financial's HELOC Select just got even better because rates just dropped, making it more affordable to put your home's equity to work for you. If you need a kitchen, big repairs, maybe knock out some debt, well, with the HELOC Select, you can get access to your cash all at once or just as you need it. Total flexibility, just like a good game plan. Make it happen today. Visit one of TrueMark's 24 branches or head to TrueMark.com/PHLY and get in the game today. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, and MLS 404938. All right, Hinkle, let's talk a little about Matvei Michkov because we saw earlier today an optional morning skate for the boys. And he is one of the guys putting in some extra work, along with Grebenkin, Abels, Luchanko, Delorier, Zamula, York, Erson, and Vladar. Now, I like the list of names here. York coming back from injury, a bunch of guys who may or may not be in the lineup. There seems to be a rotation, or there could be. And then Matvei Michkov, just putting in some extra work. This is where the ankle thing and the out of shape thing don't totally jive for me. Like, I get it. If he hurt his ankle and couldn't do all the conditioning he needed to, and he's a little behind the 8 ball, that happens. You hurt your ankle, it's hard to be in the best shape. But all they talk about is how bad he wants it. They think he can be one of the best players like he wants to be simply because he works as hard as anybody. And here he is today, optional morning skate. He's one of the stars of the team, and he's out there with guys coming back from injury or who could potentially be scratches.
Yeah, I don't think it's a surprise at all. And that's kind of why I was annoyed by that little bit of gossip, because I think the vibe when people started talking about it on the socials media was very much like lazy Russian comes to camp out of shape. And like
too much fun in Dubai all summer.
Right. Going to Dubai, eating the chocolate with the pistachio on the inside or whatever that is.
Is that what goes on there?
I don't know. Hanging out with the ladies, like, Dr. Evil Gritty fat pics. Like, there was just a vibe.
Fat pic.
Yeah, that did
So
not
good.
match everything that we've seen about this kid, which is that he's a lunatic. Like, he's maybe one half step below pushing the tires up the mountain level.
Yeah, and
like,
Charlie and I did say, like, a little surprising we didn't see those, like, Provorov style workout videos all summer, but maybe that's just not his style. Like,
he's
doesn't.
He's out there doing Bulgarians.
Yeah, who the hell knows what he's up to? And it was, well, if he has a big summer, he can come in and just absolutely dominate. Now, it's 3 games. He could have 2 goals tonight, and guess what?
it.
He's on pace for 41.
Exactly.
That's a hell of a season. So we've seen him have a little slumps here and there, and then break out for 3-point nights. He had a bunch of multi-point nights last season. I'm not worried about Mish, and this is why. Because I don't think he's not going to put in the work. It's a little slow start.
Yeah.
It's 3 games into the season. And I'll tell you, between him and TK not having really gotten going yet, and the team looking,
And the team,
listen, they're 1-1-1. It's not like they're 3-0, but they look good.
they
They
should have
don't
2
look
wins.
bad.
They had a win stolen from them that I will never get over. If they miss the playoffs by 2 points, I'm looking back. Anyway, why I'm kind of feeling a Mish performance tonight because, and I know we're gonna get to the Jets, but the Jets, while a good team who have, I think they're 2-1. 2-1? Is that what you wrote down?
2-1-0, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. They give up a ton of shots and a ton of scoring chances.
That will come into play when we get to the bets in a little bit.
So if we could just get Meech firing the puck from all over the place, he'll get an ugly goal. It'll bounce off of someone's butt. He just needs to get one in, and then we'll be good. Because I'm sure at this point he's overthinking it like they always do.
Absolutely. We saw it last year at times when he'd go a couple of games without one. Suddenly he just doesn't look like himself.
We saw it with TK
and then,
big time.
Oh, TK last year, the second half was just, he was racking up assists. He was playing well, but when it came to putting the puck in the net, he just looked like a different guy. And I don't see this lasting too much longer with Mish. It could be as early as tonight. So let's get to them Jets. 116 points last season. They win the President's Trophy. Their goalie, Connor Hellebuck, wins both the Vezina and the Hart. Best goalie and the MVP.
What happened?
It was his back-to-back Vezina year. He has now won the last 2. And in 2022-23, he was 3rd in voting. He's the best goalie in the league, at least in the regular
season.
At least in the regular season. And they had a league best 28.9% power play last year, which is maybe part of the reason we made the decision with, let's go with the guy who may be killing penalties for us instead of Andrae.
Fair.
I suppose that's it's worth mentioning.
Given the Flyers cannot keep themselves out of the box so far.
They have, and that is also, like, going back to Mish, something Rick Tocchet has mentioned, and
They're on the PK all the time.
He has also been part of it. Michkov's taken 3 minor penalties in 3 games, but overall the team has just taken way too many freaking penalties. If they do that tonight, it's not as if the Jets are off to the best start. They're at, I think, 18 or 19%, but it's 3 games. I don't want to give this power play too many opportunities because they operated at just about 30% last year.
Yeah, and honestly, the Flyers have to start cleaning it up anyway. Like, you can't go on like this for the whole season. You got to start tightening it up. And Michkov specifically has to stop with the lazy stick penalties. Like, they're just, there's no reason for them.
The rough I'll take, sure, okay. But 2 of the 3 are stick penalties. Move your feet.
I'm chalking a lot of it up to playing the Panthers twice so far, and we all know what happens there. But yeah, you can't give a team that was practically 30% on the power play. You can't give them power plays. You have to keep it tight tonight.
No, that is going to absolutely be one of these keys tonight, is not just stay out of the freaking box. Do your best to skate against this team, and you might be able to establish a forecheck and actually have some possession dominance, because as you pointed out, this team gives up a ton of shots. Yes, they have an excellent goalie. He hasn't been awesome yet. Only an .899 save percentage, but he has made 2 starts. Like, this is not a sample size that we can really judge him on. But he's been over .920 the last 3 years. You don't want to get hemmed in, and that's when you take penalties. You want to get on offense, and this team apparently allows you to get in on offense. I think they give up the 3rd or 4th most shots in the league per game so far, almost 35. That's a ton.
That's a lot.
Like, that is a whole lot. So I think this could be a game where we see Mish get going, where we see that Cates line get going, establish the forecheck, get a bunch of opportunities. I'm excited. I'm excited to keep this win streak, this undefeated home record going. Win streak. They won 1 game. You have to get the 3 for it to be a streak, I always say.
Technically.
But they are undefeated at home, and I think they could keep it going tonight as long as they stay out of the box.
Yeah, I think so too. I broke out the lucky Rick Tocchet jersey.
I see you're wearing the 92 black Rick Tocchet jersey. I like this.
The best jersey that has ever existed.
It is an excellent jersey, and
watching, bring it back.
We are allowed, without Charlie here, allowed to state that opinion as fact.
It is fact.
Because
Charlie is incorrect in his analysis on this subject.
Listen, he gets a lot of stuff right. He's a really good on-ice analyst.
He's very smart.
Style-wise, I don't know.
Can't pick a jersey to save
I don't know if I'm trusting his jersey takes here. I didn't make the beginning of the game, Kelly.
Yeah.
You were there for all the Bernie Perrant stuff.
I was.
The honoring of Bernie. They're obviously wearing the patches.
Yeah.
They've got the ice painted. How was it all? Because I didn't actually get to see it.
It was lovely. They did a really good job. The crowd did a little impromptu Bernie chant. That was really nice. Yeah, I mean, they did a very good job making a nice moment out of what is obviously a very sad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow, I want to draw all your attention to this as well. Speaking of, well, I mean, I guess this is not a good segue, but bad stuff that's happened to go. Let's just move on from this.
You're going.
Let's not do that.
There. Okay.
I did an interview with a documentarian who just put together. It's going to come out in a couple of weeks. A documentary about Pelle Lindbergh. It's going to be really, really cool. The artist name Charlie Min that I got to talk to. I think we're going to be putting it out tomorrow. Tomorrow's our off day with the game on Saturday. So make sure you tune in right here and check that out. It's going to be really freaking cool. A lot of great stuff. You're going to want to check out this Pelle Lindbergh documentary. I think there was a write-up in the Hockey News about it today. I got to talk to Charlie Min last week, and we're going to be putting it out. So make sure you check that out. All right, let's get to the bets. It is time for our pregame pick segment brought to you by Bet365. These picks heavily influenced by the fact that the Winnipeg Jets give up a ton of shots.
It seems like a fair way
We
to go.
are taking Owen Tippett over 2.5 shots on goal. That is plus 132. The first game of the season, Owen Tippett. Okay, here we go again. He's not shooting enough. Since then, in the last 7 and 5 shot attempts. I think he can get a few on net tonight.
Owen.
The way they are giving up shots, we're going to go with our volume shooter to get a few over 2.5. And we're also going to take Michkov over 2.5 shots on goal because shooters shoot. What do you do when you're in a slump? You shoot more. You shoot, and keep shooting until you freaking score. I am expecting that out of these two guys tonight.
Yep.
Those are the pregame picks brought to you by our friends at Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. I think I saw we have another super chat. Yeah, the first one from Dylan was shouting out Jason Myrtetus. We are all very happy about his update on the cancer he has been battling, so that's awesome. He says, F cancer, let's go Flyers. Can't agree with either of those two things more. And, of course, our pal JH. Yeah, I mean, cancer has a very low, I feel like I should be allowed to swear when, like, that's totally okay. Like, when it's like, and I saw something a couple of weeks ago that was like somebody gets a tattoo that was like, go birds, F cancer. And like, someone gets NSFW tattoo. I was like, I think this is totally safe for work. Yeah. I think in all instances, fuck cancer is 100% acceptable. We're not on the fast channel. I can say it.
Who's getting mad about it?
Yeah, sorry, Brent.
Go cry to your mom.
You can blame me if we get in trouble. Like, this is a good thing to say. Yeah. Children, all children listening, you should be allowed to say that word when it comes to that. All right.
Tell your mom Bill said so.
Yeah, Bill said so. I'm basically an authority. All right. And we have one here from JH. It says, Captain Cooter gonna help Mike get his hattie tonight.
I'm feeling it.
How good, like, after all this, 3 games of not putting up a point, the 20-year-old we're all worried about. He just comes out, scores a hat trick, like,
casually.
All is well. Like,
tonight we get the Michigan.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be a way to break it?
If he has 2, he's got to go Michigan for the 3rd.
Got to.
Even if it's an empty net situation. Even in an empty net situation.
Would be amazing.
That would honestly, would that start a brawl? Like, if a dude went Michigan on an empty net, do you think the defenseman is just back checking and he's cross checking him in the head? Because I would.
Who's on the Jets again? I don't know if it were Florida, he would probably be deceased at the end of it. But the Jets, I don't know, maybe.
Would we see that the dude, I think it was Pinto a couple years ago, went clapper on the open net and like to beat the Leafs, and the Leafs just freaked the hell out. They
lost their mind.
Oh man, that would be awesome if we got a bench clearer on a Michigan.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that would be a ton of fun. I think this game's going to be fun tonight. I'm feeling good about our Philadelphia Flyers. I think you all should too, because listen, they haven't sucked lately. That's more than we can say about most of the teams we've seen. But that is all the time we have for you on PHLY Flyers Pregame, brought to you by Bet365. Make sure you're following us right here on the YouTube page. We'll be back with postgame soon as this thing goes final. Charlie will join us from the Xfinity Mobile Arena on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line. So make sure you check that out. Follow us on Twitter at PHLY_Flyers. That's where I do all my in-game tweeting. And follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search PHLY Flyers. All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. I am Bill. That is Kelly. Thank you, Brenna. Let's go Flyers.
We all silly like the mayor.